It's so nice to see everybody, to see your actual faces, to be here. It's been a while. I'm Patricia Hardy, and we're just thrilled to be celebrating our Business 100 here today, and to be honouring Denis O'Brien, who's done so much in terms of his vision for the world and education and all of that, and all of you. You know, apart from the pandemic, what's happening in Ukraine, and for those of us who are Irish and talking about our own struggle for freedom, I think we really empathise. And we have with us today our ambassador to the UN, Geraldine Byrne-Nason. And we're so proud of her and the way she's represented us on the Security Council, and also what she's done in terms of women's rights across the globe. So I would like her to come up here and say a few words.
Thank you, Patricia, and I can't tell you what a pleasure it is. I can say for sure there was no Danny Boy in the Security Council when I was there this morning down at the UN, so thank you. That was absolutely wonderful, Judy, and an honour to be with you all in person today. Thank you, Patricia, of course, and thanks to the team at Irish America for having me. You know, I want to congratulate everyone in the room, all the honorees, and to say thank you on behalf of the Irish government for the contribution you make, not just to the extraordinary little island that I have the deep privilege to represent, but also for the contribution you're making here in North America, across the globe, frankly, in terms of the work that you all do. So I wanted to let you know that it's a deep and sincere appreciation on behalf of the Irish government. I'm also here really, I think, to introduce the keynote speaker and the Hall of Fame honoree today, Denis O'Brien, who is with us, of course. Known to many of you, indeed, for his business prowess and his genius, if I may say so. But as ambassador to the UN, I know Denis in a different light, and if you'll allow me 1 minute just to speak to that, which is, Denis, your extraordinary work, your contribution as chairman of the board, long-time supporter of Frontline Defenders. Now, Frontline Defenders is an Irish organisation that protects human rights defenders right across the globe. This, for me, Denis, stands out as the true testament to you, not just your philanthropic spirit, but I think the sincerity of your own commitment to human rights. Not known really generally widely, but in 2018, Irish human rights defenders, Frontline Defenders, won the UN Human Rights Prize. That's pretty extraordinary, exceptional honour for the organisation. That was really in relation to the critical contributions on human rights that are made, really, frankly, in the darkest corners of the globe. I'm talking now about places like Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen, and now, as Patricia pointed out, now in Ukraine. The people that Denis has supported over time work at great personal risk to defend the defenders, quite literally. And it's an absolutely extraordinary moral responsibility you've assumed, but also, of course, your financial support to Frontline Defenders has meant that it's not the, I'll be very frank with you here, it's not the CEOs, the business organizations who are on the front line, it's young students, it's activists, and I'll say big-time women human rights defenders who have been supported in this work. So I really wanted to shine a light on that, on those people who, for me, on an everyday basis, as I sit listening to harrowing, very grown-up discussion on the future and the human rights, indeed life and death issues at the Security Council. These are the people who are the beacons of hope, and it's people like Denis who support them in a quiet way, although I've outed you on this clearly publicly today, Denis. It's you who can make a difference. I'll finish up by saying I'm also extraordinarily heartened, frankly, by the way the Irish business community has, right across all sectors, has come together to stand up and support the people of Ukraine. I think as an Irish community, we know what it is to fight for our independence and to protect our sovereignty and to be in a position to express our democratic rights. The people of Ukraine, as you see on a daily basis, are in a tremendously difficult situation, and the Irish-American people have shown the support that I think speaks to, for me, the spirit of the human connection that knows no borders and knows no front lines. So I never tire of repeating my favourite Irish proverb, which is Ar Scath Céile Awaran Nadini. We live in each other's shelter rather than each other's shadow. I think what better week could there be than St. Patrick's here amongst those of you who have come together in support of people in Ukraine, but also across the world, who want to express that democratic right that is and should be theirs. And importantly, once again, to shine a light on the extraordinary contribution, Dennis, you have made in a field that isn't your frontline day job, but that we see in spades in terms of the extraordinary difference it makes to people who really need it on the front line. Thank you, Patricia.